Did you know that a adult female red-eared spider can get up to lengths of 8 to 12 inches? My red-eared spider is only 9 inches. She can still grow. And also, in order to house a turtle that size, it takes about at least 120 gallons of water for their best life. That's the bare minimum just to have them at their best life, to make them the happiest. They can still survive at lower amounts. Like right now, I got probably about 70 gallons, maybe 60 gallons of water in there. But you should have about 3 times their shell length. So if she's 9 inches, 3 times that. If she were to get 12 inches, well, then that would be 3 feet. 120 gallons is a lot of weight. This is a 150 gallon tank or tub or whatever. Now, if I were to fill this up to its rim or just whatever, that would be approximately 1,250 pounds or whatever, close to that. That's a lot of freaking weight. And do you know what it takes to buy one of these? This thing is pretty expensive. It was close to 200 just for me to buy the tub. I got a smaller one in there, and that was about $130. Or I think it was 150, to be honest. It was still very expensive. And this one's only 40 gallons of water still. That's still very heavy. You know, 60 gallons of water is 500 pounds. So you can do the math. But these lights aren't cheap. They can go around to $30. These things can go up to, these filters can be like $100. Plus the fixture, well, that's not too expensive, maybe $30 there. You know. But I got 2 of these. So I'm close to almost 400 something dollars. Maybe more than $400 spent on the turtles alone. And I've had them for 13 years. Now, I haven't lived here for 13 years. I lived in a trailer park and then I moved. And I got a place somewhere else. And I lived there for about 7 years. And then I've only been here about almost a year, not even. You know, I moved here Valentine's Day of this year. Actually, no. Before that. I was a few months before that. Never mind, sorry. I got my times mixed up. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Now, I put a lot of love and hard work into these animals. Just to clean out the water, I have to use my filter to suck the water out and use the hose to put it in the 10-gallon bucket. And then, believe it or not, 10 gallons is very heavy. So I bring that to my tub, dump it, come back, keep taking water until it's gone, until I have at least 1 inch of water, because any less than that, then the filter will start sucking up air. So I gotta go and take a towel and squeegee out the rest and wipe it all down and clean it out. And I gotta do that twice for them and for them. And that can take me up to a couple hours. And it's hard work. And I've been putting a lot of work into these turtles for 13 years. Now, the reason why I'm making this video isn't because of my knowledge on turtles and how hard it is to take care of them. It can be very easy to take care of them if you know what you're doing or you have the money to do it. And I, for one, don't. I'm poor and I have to do what I got with what I got. Now, the thing that upsets me is that I got a knock on the door from Wyndham Windsor, which is my landlord. I was getting up to go see my one-on-one. I have a disability and this and that. I'm just gonna unplug this for a second. Sorry, guy. I got up about 11 o'clock to go see my one-on-one. And, yeah, I went to go in the shower. Now, my clothes were in my bedroom. And I got out of the shower, and, you know, if my clothes were in the bedroom, what does that mean? You know, I'm still wet. I don't have nothing on, and I hear knock, knock on my door. And I go to my door, and guess who it is? It's Wyndham Windsor. And I hear the jangle of keys. They're trying to open my door. Now, landlords are supposed to give you a 48-hour notice. I didn't get a call. I didn't get an email. I didn't get mail in my actual mailbox. I didn't get a paper on my door. Nothing. No warning. They showed up. I had to scramble, get dressed, tell them 1 minute. They came in. They didn't tell me why they were here. Walked through my house, went into my room, went to my bedroom, looked at my fire alarms, and then they walked out to my living room and saw my big tub that I had out there. And you know what they said to me? Well, this might be an issue. You might, I don't know if you can have these. That might be a problem. There's going to be an inspection coming up next week, and if your house gets picked, they might tell you that you can't have this. This might not. You might not be able to have this. I'm like, excuse me? First of all, before I even got this place, I had to get my animals registered because I have all kinds of issues and yada, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I had to register them as therapy animals, meaning I need them. They help me stay calm. They help me feel safe and not alone. They also give me something to do and take care of. And these guys want to come here and violate my rights without even telling me, come into my house and then tell me that I might have to get rid of my tanks. What am I supposed to do with the turtles? Forced to let them crawl on the floor? They would dehydrate and die. They're aquatic turtles. They're not a tortoise. I paid for this stuff. I paid for this. I busted my ass for this stuff. And they want to sit there and come in my house and without even a warning and drop that on me. Well, tell me if that seems fair to you. Do you think that they can legally do that? I don't think they can. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they have to have a notice, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure that's a violation of my rights just to come here. And when they knew I had these turtles, and now they're pulling this crap. I told them I had 3 cats, 2 turtles, a ball python, a gecko, a tarantula. They knew about it. And they're like, well, as long as it's a contained, it's fine. Well, does this not look like a contained? And he's like, oh, I don't know. No, I don't think you're allowed to. I don't think you should be, blah, blah, blah. Okay, go get me 120-gallon glass tank. So if it breaks, then all 120 gallons of water can go and damage the home. Or you can just shut up and let me have my durable, Rubbermaid freaking tub. They're very durable. They use these for horses to drink out of. They put all kinds of animals in them. You can house chickens. You can house fish. You can house, hell, you can even put this underground and have a little freaking koi pond if you want to do. These things are reliable. And they're cheaper than a tank that can run $600 to $500. Which I don't have the space to have. I can't, I barely even have the space for these things. So, let me know what you think of this situation. Because I think they go fuck themselves. That's what I think.